When in a survival situation, finding a shelter should be very high on your priority list. You can't be too picky about selecting your shelter site, but make sure you aren't at the foot of a hill because you never know if flash floods are common in that area. Also, make sure you don't build your shelter at an avalanche site near loose rocks or dead trees that could fall on you. You always want to be close to water, but make sure you're not too close to the water or the stream could flood and sweep away your shelter. You should always make your shelter on the flat part of the top of a hill. Also, be close enough to the water that you don't lose energy trying to get to the water. If you find a shelter site that fits most of these requirements, make sure the shelter site has enough material so that you can actually make your shelter. No matter what type of shelter you're making, make sure to try to hide it from animals or possibly humans using Blisk as a guide. Use B for blending with surroundings, L for low silhouette, I for irregular shape, S for small, and S for secluded area. Using Blisk, you can check your shelter to make sure that you won't be found. To protect your shelter from natural elements such as snow, wind, rain, and the sun, cover your shelter with dead pines, leaves, bark, and small twigs. Just make sure you don't accidentally use poison oak, poison ivy, or rotted wood to make your shelter, because this could be very dangerous, especially if you're sleeping in your shelter. In this recording, we show a sped up version of me and my friends creating a survival shelter. This shelter is very easy to make. All you need is sticks, wood, leaves, and pretty much anything else you can find in the woods. So the first thing you want to do is find a Y-shaped tree or a Y-shaped stick. If you have a stick, just plant it into the ground. Next, you want to find a long stick and place it along the vertex of the Y-shaped stick or tree. Then you want to place smaller sticks along the larger stick so that it gets rid of all the gaps in the shelter. So here you basically have the base of the shelter. You have a longer stick going across the Y-shaped tree, and then you have shorter sticks going across the longer stick that decreases the gaps. This is also before the bamboo and the leaves come across, which can help water resistance. So here we put on some bamboo, and that's going to help catch all of the, pretty much the leaves. But if you don't have bamboo, you can also use longer but skinny sticks that have twigs going around it, so that you can pretty much hold up the leaves so that it won't fall through the shelter. So here we have pretty much the finished product. We weren't able to finish the shelter though because we didn't have enough time, but you can kind of tell the point of the shelter by seeing the leaves and what the finished product would normally look like. So as I said before, it's basically a Y-shaped tree or a Y-shaped stick with a long stick going through it, and then you place smaller sticks along the longer stick so that it builds walls up on the shelter so it can give you protection from natural elements. And then after that you would place little twigs and sticks and bamboo to hold up the water if it starts to rain, and it also provides lots of protection